Robert.
Yo, what's shaking AC?
Okay, first of all, you look like a rooster.
Really? Like, got my hair up like a rooster? There's got to be like an old 50s like rockabilly song about roosters, right?
Right.
Rockin' rooster.
Also,
okay, anyways.
Also, I'm wondering if you are you hot or are you cold today?
Today is actually pretty moderate. It's cold outside. I guess they're expecting more snow in May and it's like a windstorm, right? So I stand outside and I can open up my arms and fly away like a stick song.
Back to the snow. So hit you while you're down in Ontario. Like it's gonna be May. There's lockdowns. There's storms.
It's gonna be May.
Okay. So you don't need to take off your sweater today, though. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Remember I taught you that last time?
Yeah, I know. If you're hot, take off your clothing.
Yeah. Well, not all of it, but
listen, don't put that past me.
If you're alone, you can. If you're alone.
I didn't do it on the street. Everyone wears underwear, right? Anyways, whatever. I digress. So anyways, I hear
how can I help you today?
Yeah, I hear you're a franchise advisor. So
yes,
maybe
I am.
You can assist. Apparently, there's this big issue, specifically in the U.S., with staffing or labor shortages. Blows my mind. Like, I figure, people are looking for jobs. They're put out of work, at least here in Canada, as a result of COVID. But in the U.S., they can't find employees. So,
you know why?
Why?
I think it's because a lot of employees are getting paid still, even though they're not working. And so they'd rather just take the money. I think that's still going on. But anyway, okay. So your question is, I'm just drinking again.
Yeah. How do we solve this issue? How do people find employees?
Ooh, I do love this question. So thank you for asking me this. You know why I love this question is because when we had our stores, myself and my husband, we had, our retail stores, and we dealt with this problem a lot on and off, like it would come and go. And the secret wasn't to paying them more. The secret was to how we treated them. So it starts with the culture that you have, right? So if you're having a hard time finding employees, the first thing I would do is I would look at like the culture of what you've got. And are you just another, retail store, just another burger chain, just another ice cream shop or fitness studio? And they're like, why would I want to go work there? So you've got to make it so awesome to work there that even if they could choose like staying home and taking government money, they want to work there because it's fun and they're getting growth and they're getting stimulation. And so I believe it starts with creating an environment that people want to be in. And then you've got to put that out to the world. And because I mean, there are people out there, and they're the A players we're looking for. So to attract the A players, you need to make a good opportunity. And I have some ideas on how to do that if you want, but I will pause because you might have some thoughts that you want to ask me or say.
So what you're saying is out-culture the competition.
Yeah, you got it. That's so true. And how do you do that?
Yeah. How do you do that? Please tell me, enlighten me.
It's not going to sound like rocket science, but it's stuff a lot of people know. It starts with things like core values, and do you have cool core values that are like real and catchy, or is it just like, honesty? And we're very honest, and we have good integrity. Like AC Inc., for example, we get more done when we're having fun. Like fun is a key of our culture, right? So that makes people want to come, and you should see all the people that actually, I'm kind of joking, but anyway.
You know what they say is that it doesn't matter how many rock climbing walls or ball pits you have at your company, that does not create culture. That's maybe a bit of a benefit, but it's not culture.
Yeah, I got a guy in my network who always said, culture is not created by ping pong and beer Fridays.
Yeah.
Culture is deeper than that. So having core values that are true and that you actually live and breathe, and you can exemplify and demonstrate. And then, just that's one example. And then you can put that out there in your marketing to attract people. So, and then it's also a question of where are you marketing, but I'm not going to go there yet. At my stores, we had staff that had to work. They were entry-level wages or just slightly above minimum wage. and they had to work both as a customer service personnel representative. And so they had to have people skills. They had to be very comfortable selling and talking. It wasn't just standing there and handing food. It was actually, helping people put meals together and go work in a -20-degree freezer. And I think you've heard me say before, whether that's Celsius or Fahrenheit for our American friends, that is cold. So how do you motivate people? You're going to get paid minimum wage. You're going to have to be very good with people and use that energy for that, and then go work in a freezer.
Yeah, send them to work here and it'll be so hot that they'll gladly go work in a freezer.
Yeah, where you are right now.
Yeah.
Or go work at Control V, your company, where that's actually way more fun. No, actually, I don't want you to. Well, I don't have my stores anymore. So
you know what? You can also think about this from the reverse perspective. Oftentimes when people leave a company, and during the exit interview, the leadership's looking, is it because of the culture? Is it because of the pay? Is it why did they leave? But I've heard that 9 times out of 10, people quit the leadership. They'll work at a company or a job that really isn't all that glamorous because the leadership is great.
Yeah, you've said people don't quit a job, they quit the leadership. Did you get that from Simon Sinek or something?
I have no idea where I got it. There's this smorgasbord of all these random quotes in my head that I just say sometimes. Don't really understand them. I just say them to make me sound more photosynthesis.
I should have known that one was coming. Okay. Let's go back to a little bit more tangible action things. So get your core values figured out. People, if you want staff, that's the answer. No, it's just one thing you can do. But I do have a podcast that I talked about how to determine your core values with your team. And it's in the Franchise Growth Catalyst podcast on our website, angelacote.com. But that's one thing. But when I talked about the freezer and all that, sometimes it's just the little things. But one of the key things you can do too is ask your employees and your team, what motivates you? Are you more motivated by a day off that you didn't expect? Or are you more motivated to have an incentive? And that's actually another thing you should do anyway, is figure out a paid incentive program that when their performance equals more money for the business, you give them some of that. But find out, for our staff, we had, I want my Fridays off. Let's see if we can figure that out. Someone else might not care about having their Fridays off, so we can maybe make that work. So, finding out what they want and then motivating them from there. And then you can promote that when you're promoting the opportunity to work in your business. Here's why you should come work at this company, at Control V one of your franchises, for example.
Well, you did a fantastic roundtable a couple of weeks ago on how to find more staff, not just sort of pontificated, but go here, do this, right? So there's actual resources that come out of your realm on how to do it. But there's this author named Daniel Pink. He wrote a book called Drive.
Yeah, we've talked about him once a long time ago on the Rants, but go again because he's good.
Okay, so basically what he says is if you remove salary out of the equation and assume people are getting paid fairly and what they need to survive, then there's 3 things that actually drive people to complete what they're doing. One is autonomy. That's pretty self-explanatory, autonomous functioning. 2 is mastery and the ability to become masters of their craft. And 3 is purpose, making sure that they're going towards a purpose, which sort of aligns with what you're saying in terms of core values.
I love that you brought that up. If for anybody that's trying to figure this out, go get that book, or at least check out Daniel Pink is his name, right?
Yeah.
On YouTube or whatever. But yeah, I think people just accept the status quo and decide that, well, it's just tough. And so that's half of it. The other half is actually well, it's not really, it didn't really make sense when I said half, but the franchisees that are struggling with this, what I think as a franchisor you need to do is don't just tell your franchisees to do these things we're talking about, or just, tell them, but you've got to help them find out of these ideas, whether it's fixing your core values or doing that, what gets you excited so that they'll actually do it. And then once they do that, you can step by step it, but they need to be bought in to the steps. And that's the thing. People they just get complacent. So we got to get that action going.
Leave that for a different rant and wrap this one up. Ready?
Yes, 3,
3, 2, 1. Go be awesome.